Welcome back, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin?
Jay, we had some really good resolution last episode with the Zoe Bartlett situation.
We did, and I'm really glad in that one they addressed the idea of, because there was the paranoia in episode 1 and 2 of what are the Republicans going to do while they're running the government for this brief amount of time.
Yeah.
What sinister deeds are they going to get up to? And the answer is nothing.
Turns out they're pretty good guys.
It was just like, well, it wasn't even the fact they were being good guys. It was the fact that they're not stupid. In fact, that's even what Steve said. Is like, we're not stupid. We take advantage of this. We're the bad guys, and we're going to look bad.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the big thing. The optics would have been complete garbage.
And we've had a lot of Republican characters in the show, and some of them not so great, and a lot of them, for the most part, honestly, I feel like the Republicans in the show have been pretty well handled. Like honestly, we had the Christian Slater character, obviously. Ainsley was a big one.
Well, I don't think the Christian Slater character was handled that well. He ended up being a heel
at the end.
But
thank you for reminding me, because at the end it didn't go that well.
But no, I think we've had individual Republican characters, right? The guys that kind of help Leo out of his jam and everything, but when it's been the party, they've not come out looking good in the eyes of the show.
They've
right?
looked villainous.
Oh yeah,
they were shot that way.
Right, it's like tax cuts. It's like we were starting to get there and everything.
And I do want to shout out John Goodman's character. I think that was one of my favorite characters we've had on the show. And honestly, his performance, I don't know if he was nominated as a guest star on the show, but I think he deserved it because he really crushed it.
Yeah, he was really solid in that role. To the point where I wouldn't mind watching a television show or a movie with John Goodman playing the president. At this point,
amazing to have him.
Right, give him a presidential role. I mean, if he can do King Ralph, he can do the president. God,
convinced after the Big Lebowski, he can do anything.
Yeah, of course he can. He's John Goodman.
Oh yeah,
he can do it. But we do want to get started here. I'd like to go ahead and welcome, thank all of our patrons for being here. A special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Balas Foldes, Chris, Jeff, NJ, Surya, Gunavarapu, and Weird Magic. Thank you so much, guys. We're very, very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or currently watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show we're watching, including The West Wing, we are at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon if we're on YouTube. You will have to sync and watch along on your own streaming service. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. We're also watching 30 Rock over on Patreon as an exclusive.
Good show. We're going to need it after today because I feel like it's going to get kind of heavy. Yeah, we need to see Zoe.
Right.
Zoe and Bartlett have a conversation. Him and his wife, too. I think there's going to be a huge fight.
They're not okay right now.
No.
A lot of different camera stuff than we used to do.
I like it.
I do too. I really like the changes.
Oh, poor thing.
God, she'd be like, so, Jean Paul, huh? You want to talk about that guy?
Never going to France again.
You should just go down and hunt him down.
Secretary Barry home?
Leo?
You have a short list? Is that going to be our vice president?
Gentlemen, please. Your address to the UN. You went a long way.
You're polling in the high 60s.
We're hunting for a VP, yeah.
So if your president asks, you'll serve?
Cool.
I like William Devane as VP.
Great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor, yeah.
He seems like he would be on the show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Still on?
Only if you're up to it.
I am.
Morning. Morning.
She's doing
Smell
really
the
well.
coffee?
Yeah.
With dignity, the guy's a war hero. He radiates presidential. We don't need to oversell this one. No interviews until we hear from the leadership that he's going to be confirmed. This will go quickly.
Quick enough for him to do the Sunday shows?
2 days, you bet. You like him, right, Barry Hill? I'm over the moon. This is my over the moon face.
The emotions of
I don't know. The last time they had slam dunks, they ended up backing off with the Supreme Court.
That's true.
The new speaker called again.
Hafley? Now what? We already moved the meeting up so he could watch the green flag at Daytona.
I think he wants to hear some names.
We better be at the meeting. 5 days till markup. A lot of horse trading left to do.
Division of Violence Prevention, 65% cut.
Let it go. You're gonna have to breathe through it for a while.
Not my forte, waiting. Careful what you start.
Josh will never commit to anybody.
No, he can't. He's not capable.
An overflow group of immigrants taking the citizenship oath had to cancel. VFW Hall they're using had a bomb scare.
How's Zoe doing?
Really well, considering.
Throwing it way down.
Most of this group being sworn in are from Arab countries.
We're talking folks who have been interviewed and background checked by 2 agencies. Let's find them an auditorium where they can safely take their oath.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. She's ready.
So he's handling this way better than I would.
I think she's gonna have some PTSD. For sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the trauma would be through the roof for most people.
It's fresh.
Yeah, that's true.
Down the road, probably not so well.
It was like the horse thing again, like she was scared of the horse.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to the rumor that he begged Welkin to stay?
They're just good friends.
It's going to be Louis Berryhill. He'll step down as Secretary of State.
I don't have the votes. Not for Berryhill. The guy's a war hero. No one can say that Louis Berryhill isn't qualified. But you don't want to fight. Berryhill's a fight.
So this new guy does suck.
Yeah, he does suck.
Here are a few names that could be easily confirmed.
See, I think you put in some guys that aren't going to be a threat in the next election.
Yep.
He's going to be on board with this
I
crap,
have no
isn't he?
problem with this list.
Yeah.
That's their agenda. Sniper anyone who looks hard to beat next time
I
out.
thought this choice wasn't about partisan politics.
It is now.
Come on, guys. The door is closed.
What about the list?
Get these folks in. You and Josh have some nice chats.
It'd be pretty funny if it ends up being one of them, though.
I think Ken's concerned about the HHS appropriation. There were some changes in the CDC budget.
You're gonna have to handle things for me a little while longer.
I know. Do you want me to?
I trust you. That's why I hired you.
Here's another good one. Dear Zoe, I hope they won't kill you. But if they do, then it'll be quick.
Zoe.
She needs to see a trauma therapist.
Yeah.
Maybe she isn't. They're just not showing us.
And then I have to go.
It wasn't your fault.
Congressman Russell.
Mr. Ziegler?
Oh, Gary Cole. Yeah.
This could be rockier than we had hoped. I can handle it. Not just for us, but for the country.
Just nominate him.
Yeah.
Did you have a question? You were saying you had a question.
How would you compare the residence with the farm?
Yeah, she's taking the kids and bouncing.
I would still feel better at the White House.
I would too.
You laid me and my daughters wide open. And
Why'd she
God
say
knows
this to
what
him
else
and not?
there is I
There
don't
is
know.
nothing else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I blame Chad. He did this.
Hafley's list of candidates was amateur hour.
There's some decent names on that list.
If you insist on Berryhill, we'll go to the Met.
50 years since that day in Independence Hall, immortalized in Trumbull's famous painting of the scene.
It's like a PBS documentary.
Ken Burns, you are not.
Yeah.
We can't confirm Berryhill.
We can't?
We're having trouble with the Democrats.
Wow, along with the Republicans. That's kind of everyone.
We gotta move on.
It's about Zoe.
Something happened?
She had trouble talking to Will.
Really? Look at that. Fearless.
Not fearless.
She puts up a good front. She knows you like to see her strong.
Yep.
She thinks what happened was her fault.
Yeah, Charlie knows her really well, too.
Yeah.
Our first thing, and I can't get it done. I can't get Berryhill confirmed. The one guy the president wants, and I can't get it done. So
I hate roller coaster relationships.
There was an arm grabbing me. It comes back.
Oh.
He's eager for it, by the way.
Berryhill.
Too eager, maybe.
Congressman Russell is here, sir.
Who?
Bingo Bob.
I went over the briefings from the last few days. There weren't many questions about the covert operation. Why didn't Sharif have a trial, a tribunal? Who asked that?
They're my questions, Toby. I'm asking.
If this is a courtesy to the speaker, I won't waste your time with a long pitch.
No, please.
I get along with people. If you were to offer the job, I would be honored.
Thank you.
But I would need a couple things. But as your vice president, I would want more access. But I'm sure that my name came up because some see me as the bland candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like his honesty.
Yeah.
If I were to take the job, I'd mean to confound those expectations.
Any other ways I can sweeten the offer for you, Bob? I called Louis Berryhill. folks in western Colorado had 4 chances to change
It
their
is gonna
minds
be
about
Bob.
Bob Russell, and they haven't.
Bob Russell.
But
That was
hey,
my
we
second
hated
choice.
the last guy.
Yeah.
So let's start the betting process.
You have one more thing.
That I will perform work of national importance.
Oh, that's cool. They did it at the White House.
Thanks, Leo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
I hear you had some trouble finding a safe place to take your oath today. Our founding fathers were in a similar predicament.
Yeah, this is a good way to close this out.
It is. Also, juxtapose them leaving.
Right.
It's sad, you know. It's bittersweet.
It felt like the look was an invitation to follow.
Yeah, I think so.
I wasn't scared, Daddy. It was fun.
Oh, this is such really good editing.
Just in due time, I guess.
Yeah, he's I don't get that kind of free time after just
No.
getting back.
Of course not. You know, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
And that luckily, we do have time.
Right.
We have 3 seasons. I do think that season 5 is going to be a big season for relationships in terms of the home life, you know, and I really do like that. As you guys know, if you're watching Mad Men with us, I love season 2 of Mad Men because it deals with the home life of things.
Right.
Yeah, this show is not just going to be exclusively about the home life of the Bartletts or any of the characters in the show, but I think they do a good job of balancing both out.
Yeah, and they've always kind of really nailed that. Like we've been in the office when we needed to be in the office. We've been with the characters that are personal lives when we needed to be there as well. I think that's going to continue. I do look forward to whenever we finally have the conversation that needs to happen between the president and the first lady.
Yeah.
I don't know what Amy's life's going to look like in there. Well, she's like, I need you just to handle everything. I'm kind of curious how much we kind of follow her through this with so much upheaval happening that the first lady would care about if she were there. So I guess we'll see kind of how that goes. But no, I like some of the transitional ways we're doing things a little bit differently. Like, I don't know who directed those last 2 episodes. I don't even know if it's the same person, but I felt like a lot of the editing and camera choices, the filmmaking style, I thought was really appropriate for what we were getting there. And it's again just the flashbacks to the quick intercuts with her on the horse, right? And the overexposed film and all of that.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting some things we just haven't seen on the show before,
and
in a good way.
I was gonna say, in a good way. I mean this in a good way. It feels very mid 2000s in the best way, because as the show is continuing, obviously it's like 2003, 2004 at this point.
Sure.
So I like that it's not just stuck in its old ways, and its old ways are fantastic. This hasn't been a bad season of the show.
No.
I just like that it's progressing forward. It should not stay stagnant. It should continue to go forward, especially with new filmmakers. Keep the consistency, keep the tone, but at the same time, you can add flourishes to it.
Yeah,
you can bring your own style to it.
You're 100 episodes deep.
Yeah.
Try new things.
Exactly. And
not all of them are going to work.
Exactly, and I think the show will be better off for that, especially since Sorkin's gone. Don't just try to be Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, that's true. I think you have to say, look, we are definitely under a new helm. We have a new showrunner, we have new direction.
Yes.
So much of this show is, the thumbprint of Aaron Sorkin was all over it, right?
Yeah.
He was the showrunner. He was the creator.
Basically wrote every episode.
He was the head writer. So yeah, you're gonna have to accept the fact that things are going to be different.
Of course, and they're handling it with respect.
Yeah,
they're being
sure.
very respectful of the material. They're taking it seriously, more importantly.
Right.
And they have all the cast members there too. And last episode we were talking about how we had a brief conversation about the same thing, and I was wondering to myself, I wonder if the cast members were there to help, because they've been on 100+ episodes of the Sorkin thing. If they were like, I don't know if Josh would say this, I don't know if Toby would say this, in a respectful way. I'm not saying they would like throw a tantrum and be like, I'm not saying this, my character wouldn't do this.
Sure, but I mean, like, how many movies do the lead actors have a say in what their characters say and do? It's a lot, and so I think on a television show it's probably even more prevalent.
Sure.
So yeah,
who knows the characters better than them at this point?
Right. So yeah, I assume they had a lot of input into, obviously not major story plot lines, but
in terms of
how their characters interact with them. Yeah.
For
right.
sure.
We'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.